In this video, I wanted to go over what I feel are the best defensive badges to equip in NBA 2K22 for big men. And before we could even get into what I think are the must-have defensive badges for all bigs, we kind of have to start with the badges that you definitely should not equip. And that's going to be ankle braces and pick dodger. Now, as a big, you probably won't have access to these badges as they require perimeter defense. But I have seen builds, I myself have made builds that does have perimeter defense. As you know, the perimeter defense is tied to your lateral quickness. So when you're holding that left trigger and you're moving side to side, the speed at which you do that is tied to your lateral quickness. So sometimes I like to put that up so that my bigs can move around a little bit faster in the paint. But I digress. Definitely do not equip pick dodger. Do not equip ankle braces as they serve no purposes if you're a big. And then the last badge that you definitely do not want to equip if you're a big, that's going to be defensive leader. Now I know, lift the defensive abilities of teammates when on court. It gives a +4 to your teammates' defensive attributes at Hall of Fame. In my opinion, that's a waste of good badge points that could be put somewhere else. And this badge makes no sense to have on bronze, silver, one of those Hall of Fame or nothing badges, so you can get that +4. So for that reason alone, do not equip this badge. Another badge that I would recommend you don't equip is clamps. As a big, no matter how high you have your clamps, and I think the highest that a big can get it, silver clamps. At 3 badge points, that's definitely not worth it. If you're switched onto a guard, this isn't gonna help you to defend him, so you might as well save those 3 badge points and put them somewhere else. Those are all the badges that I would say definitely stay away from if you're a big man trying to dominate on defense. Now we're gonna switch over and go over the badges that I think you have to have these badges. First badge on this list is gonna be rim protector. Off rip, max that out as high as you're able to get that. If you're big, your main responsibility is to defend the paint, and this badge is a must-have in that department. It improves your shot blocking effectiveness, and when you see people going up for the dunk and it looks like the rim blocked it for some reason, and it goes in and comes out, that's because of this badge right here. Now, if you want to get it Hall of Fame, you're gonna need a 97 in your block. To be completely honest, you could probably get away with running this on a lower level, but this is one of those badges, the higher you have it, the more returns you're gonna see. You're definitely gonna see those returns all the way through, so that's why I say definitely just go ahead and put it as high as you can. Moving on to the next badge on this list is gonna be Intimidator. You know this had to be on the list. Since its inception, a few 2Ks back, Intimidator has been a must-have, probably the top 1 or 2 defensive badges in the game, and that holds true this year as well. With this badge equipped, all you have to do is just be in the general vicinity of your opponent, and it's gonna cause them just to miss. Trust me, this badge right here, I live by this badge. Max it all the way out and just enjoy the returns that you get from this. And to be honest, this is just a universal defensive badge. If you're playing on the perimeter, equip this as well. If you're playing in the paint, you know you must have this. In order to play our role effectively, Intimidator and Rim Protector, 2 must-have badges. Equip them as high as you can and just forget it. Like, don't even come back and take it off. The next badge on this list is gonna be Rebound Chaser. And what this badge does, it improves the player's ability to track down rebounds from further distance than normal. The rebounds that I see people are able to get by having this badge equipped on Hall of Fame, which you're gonna need a 99 rebound for, but those rebounds be crazy. Like, they're jumping over 2-3 people. Granted, they're 7'3", but this is another one of those defensive badges that you're gonna wanna go ahead and just max it out as high as you're able to get it and just forget it. Set and forget on this badge as well. The 4th badge on this list, brick wall. As a big, I'm sorry to say this, but your primary role on offense is gonna be just to stand there and set screens. And this badge right here is gonna help you to set way more big body screens. Now this badge, I have mixed feelings about it. You can put it at Hall of Fame or as high as you want, and it'll definitely make your screens that much more effective. But this badge might depend on your role in your team. If you're just spotting up, you might not even need this. But a caveat that this badge does have is that when your opponent is trying to back you down, this will help you to give them a little bit of resistance. I haven't tested it out, or I don't know like the numbers or anything like that about how much resistance it will give you, but it will give a little pushback, stop them from backing you all the way down into the paint. I'll probably throw this badge on instead of post lockdown. I'm sure it won't give the same returns as post lockdown as far as stopping your mans from backing you down, but that's just a side effect of this badge. This badge is so much more than that. So for that reason alone, I'd say Hall of Fame, max out this badge. Definitely look at it as something that you want to invest in. And then the 5th badge on my list is gonna be Pogo Stick. Now I know the community is probably divided on this badge. Some people say Hall of Fame, some people say don't use it at all. But you gotta remember, no matter who you are, how nice you think you are at the big, you're gonna jump at one of those pump fakes. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. I do it way more often than I like to admit. And when that happens, you wanna be able to get back up there. And then the final badge on this list, for me at least, as far as must have, is gonna gonna be Chase Down Artist. At the start of this year, this badge was probably, I'd say, must put at Hall of Fame, as the blocks that you were getting from it were ridiculous. And since then, 2K has definitely brought it down a bit, but this badge is still OP must have. As long as you're behind your player and you're going for the block attempt, it's activating. Now, in order to get this badge at Hall of Fame, you will need only an 88 block, which is definitely doable. Just for that reason alone, I would say to Hall of Fame this badge. And that's my list of must-have badges in NBA 2K22 as far as the big men go. And then I know there's some badges that we didn't go over, like Hustler, Menace, Box, Post-Lockdown, Tireless Defender, Worm. I put all those badges more so into the category of it depends on the build or your play style as to whether you're gonna equip those or not, or what level you want to equip those at. Menace is a good badge though, because when you're guarding your man and staying in front of him, it lowers their attributes by 1 point for every badge level. So at Hall of Fame, that's -4. So if your man's just trying to back you down or something like that, this would be a good badge to have. Post Lockdown. This is a good badge, as you already know, just off of the title and then from the description. Strengthens the player's ability to effectively defend moves in the post. The only thing, how often do we see pure post scorers coming out there and trying to do work on us? And if you don't have a post scorer, then this is basically a waste of however many badge points you put into it. So that's why I would never recommend you put it at Hall of Fame, Gold, anything like that. If you do feel like you never know, Murphy's Law, go ahead and throw 1 point into it just to say you have it. Tireless Defender, me personally, I have Gym Rat on my builds and I'm not a turbo abuser, so I don't really see the need to waste badge points on this. But if you want to, throw 1 into it just to say that you did it. Moving on to Box. This combined with Rim Chaser, that might be one of the OP combos, 2 badge combos in the game. However, if you're trying to save badge points, definitely you ain't got a Hall of Fame it. Gold, silver, somewhere around there, you could probably get away with. When it comes to rebounding, the big key that I see, or the big thing that I see more so, is people just aren't boxing out in general. It doesn't matter what level your box badge is at if you're not boxing out your man. So I would say try it at a silver or a bronze and see how that's working out for you. If you feel like you're getting wormed too much, then throw it up to a gold. Don't put it on Hall of Fame. Don't do that. And then moving into the last defensive rebounding badge in the game, for bigs, Worm. When boxed out, rebounders have more success swimming around and getting into successful rebound positions. Don't equip this. If you are, put a bronze, silver. But from my experience with the Worm, in the time that it takes for him to do the move, the ball has hit the rim and the rebound has been gotten already, and I'm still worming around my guy. So usually once I'm boxed, I don't even try to get around my mans. And I'm not gonna waste 5 badge points just to gold out this badge just to be able to do that. You can put them in other places, but that's gonna do it for this video. I wanna say that's the complete breakdown of all the defensive rebounding badges in NBA 2K22, big men at least. Like I said, must-have badges include Chase Down Artist, Pogo Stick, Rim Protector, Brick Wall, Intimidator, and Rebound Chaser. Make sure you have those badges equipped. But till the next time we speak, y'all, as always, lucky out. Peace.